All right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. All right, all right, all right. So good to see everybody. And so if you were on the coach's corner yesterday, I got to say this, Lance is on here today. I called Lance after, had a conversation with him. When I brought him up, I had no clue that he had had a bike accident. Like no clue. It just so happened I brought him up in my message yesterday. I was like, what is everybody talking about? Then I looked at Facebook and I'm like, oh my goodness. And so anyway, I gave Lance a call and we talked afterwards. So love you, brother, and praying for you, your healing to be fast. Drink plenty of Moa, Limu, Tahitian Noni, drink it all, put it all in one cup and swig away. So the word for today is determined. How determined do you feel this morning? Are you a little rough? You broke up right now? Are you messed up? Is your determined spirits a little bit in jeopardy? Have you ever been that way? I know I have. When I was a coach, like a high school football coach, I took over a program one year. My first year, we were 1-9. 1 win, 9 losses. You talking about feeling bruised and battered, and my determined spirit was wavering a little bit. Like, why did I do this? But thank goodness for the ability to stay determined. So having a firm decision and being resolved not to change. A determined mind and a strong will bear endless possibilities. How determined are you? I put these 3 down real quick today, and then I got something I want to share with you. Be determined. 3 things to do in being determined. First of all, let your past inform your future. Think about that. Let the things that's happened in the past be a great coach and mentor for your future. Okay? The past is valuable because a lot of times we learn from our mistakes and we got to move on. We got to dust our feet off and move forward, right? Second thing is you see your life and future as totally within your control. And here's what I mean by that. Pray every day as if God will take care of us all, but act as if it's all up to you. We got the steering wheel to our life. What are we doing with it? But I promise you this, I better be determined, because life's going to throw us a lot of curveballs. That's ordained. So don't be shocked when it happens. Number 3, learn to ignore the things you have no control over. And crazy enough, I'll be honest, I like watching the news. I like keeping up with what's going on in our economy. But I'll tell you this, don't waste mental strength on things like media that you have zero control over. Sometimes you can let it consume you. Flip it off, put the audio on, feed the mind right, and that will bode well for us all. More. Be determined. And last, I'm going to share this. I've actually shared this before, but it's been a while. And Mary Decker, talking about determined. Mary Decker, during her career, I'm going to show you some pictures in just a second, but during her career, she won gold medals in the 1500, the 3000 meter. In 1983, she won a world championship and was the world record holder in the mile, 5,000 meter, and 10,000 meter. She set 17 official world records, including the first woman in history to break a 420 mile. Now, I'm picturing this with me saying this about Mary Decker. I'm picturing this lady that everybody's going, this girl, this lady has just like everything is lined up, right? She can't do wrong. Like she's standing on top, she's getting the gold medal. I mean, you can picture it in your mind, right? This lady's got it going on. But guess what? I'm going to show you some pictures. In 1984, here's what happened to Mary Decker. She was heavily favored to win the gold medal in the 3,000 meters. And in the 84 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles, she was running beside a barefoot runner. You see the lady right there as she's falling, like she's barefooted. She's running beside her when she collides with this barefoot runner from Great Britain. She fell to the curb, she injured her heel, and she was not able to finish the race. She was favored to win the gold medal. She was leading it, like she was moving. She was on her way there. She collided. She was carried off the track in tears by her boyfriend and later her husband. Here's my point. Here's my point. Mary Decker went on to be very, very successful because she was determined. In 2003, she went on. She didn't let that stop her. She went on because she was determined, and she was inducted into the National Track and Field Hall of Fame. She went on to win other gold medals, to do other things in her career. And I guess that's inspiration for me to go, you know what? When life throws us some curveballs or throws us some lemons, squeeze them up and make some dang lemonade, Brent. Right? Because guess what? You're not the only one out there that life's throwing curveballs to. How determined are you to get through those curveballs and knock it out of the park? So, Andrea, I'm going to turn it to you.
Oh, well, that was good, Coach. So thank you for that. I can't look at those pictures without getting a little emotional. So had to get that off the screen as quick as possible if I was going to speak over here. But the quote that I found was, if you're truly determined, every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. And that's Maxine Lagacé. And so, to be determined, we must be purposeful and we must have strong convictions. And some people might even say that the determined person is a little bit stubborn or maybe even obsessed in their relentless pursuit of doing whatever it is that they decided to do. But the bottom line is, a determined person means that you make up your mind to do something and you get it done. But how can we get a little bit more determined? What are the characteristics that we can strive to develop within ourselves to be more determined? So I'm going to talk about those characteristics. So first of all, the determined person is brave. And we hear the John Wayne quotes, and I'm going to get it wrong, but we might think that being brave means that we're never scared, right? You can kind of get that idea. But no, that's the opposite of bravery. If you're never scared, you don't even need to be brave, right? But what bravery means is that we feel the fear and we do it anyway. And that truly has been my life motto for almost 11 years now, where you just got to do it scared. So determined people are brave. Number two, they're confident, right? So this doesn't mean that they never have doubt, right? But they just have confidence in themselves and their personal capabilities and their limitations. So they have a good evaluation of themselves and they know where they need to get some help and where they can thrive, but they just have confidence in themselves. Number three is they're decisive, right? So, determined people are decision makers. It doesn't mean that they always make the right decision. It just means that they make a decision and then they take action. And if they need to course correct after, well, then they course correct, but they're decisive. Next, they're focused. So a determined person is always intentional and focused on moving just one step forward, one step forward, one step forward, closer to their goals. They're hard working. So we kind of live in this world a little bit today. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's kind of an interesting transition, I guess, in our world where there's like this anti-hustle culture, right? Have you guys seen that a little bit? Like get on social media and it's like breathe and welcome the success into your life, or relax and get more. I don't know, maybe I was born in the wrong generation, but I've never seen taking a vacation and having that be the thing that gets me closer to my goal. Maybe it helps me refresh and work harder, but it gets me to the work harder. And so a determined person is not afraid of hard work. They're okay with hard work. They'll do the hard work in order to get what they want. Next, they're motivated, right? Motivated. So it takes motivation in order to remain determined. So, motivated mind drives us to take action. And the action is what us allows to get things done. So if you have that determined personality, they're motivated, and then they're planning on what they need to do next. They're reliable. So if you're working with a determined person, you can appreciate it because you know that they're going to show up when they say they're going to show up, and they're going to do what they say they're going to do. Next, they're resilient. And all of these words, I'm like, we've done so many of these on the Coach's Corner, and I think they're just such powerful words, but they're resilient. So a determined person bounces back, just like Coach showed us. Like this poor woman, I can't even think too much about it. Like the devastation, and she got up. Not that moment, but she got back up and went on to win another race, right? So we've got to be resilient. And then lastly, the determined person is steadfast. And we just did this one. I love this word so much, but a determined person is loyally dedicated to achieving their goals. So they know it's their duty, right? It's their duty to carry on and achieve their mission because they know that other people are going to benefit from it. So a determined person has that steadfast characteristic of unwavering devotion. So this was a powerful one. Again, thank you for the word, and appreciate each and every one of you.
Absolutely. Yeah, great lesson, Andrea. And I don't know, this was a great word for me, being determined, right? It's a good lesson. So we're going to give away something. Actually, 2 people today. Speaking of determined, we're going to send Jim Rohn collection to 2 people today. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. Maybe put the word strong in the comments. Be strong, right? Strong in the comments. We're going to be determined. We're going to be strong. Stay the course. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who we got, Andrea Rosser?
I forgot to take a screenshot.
Okay. 5, 4,
I'm the
3,
worst cheater.
2,
I'm sorry, I
1.
forgot.
Who we got?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so congratulations. We have Mac and Letitia. So congratulations to both
Way
of
to
you.
go.
Great
Yeah,
job.
yeah,
Please
yeah.
text me.
So here's
Text
the
me
deal.
your address.
Yeah. Congratulations, Letitia. She's going crazy. All right. Hey, send Andrea Rosser your mailing address. We're sending a whole collection to you of Jim Rohn, talking about being determined. He was determined. So have a great day, Mac. Headed your way. Make sure Andrea Rosser's got your address. Guys, we love you. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you back on Hump Day, Wednesday. See you, Vince Green.
God
Have a
bless
great
you.
day.